Can you hear me?
I think that they can, Sir Nicholas.
Do you think they can?
I think that they can. Welcome to the Gated Community Club.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Philip. Welcome to our world!
It's cold and dark and everything's dead.
So what are we talking about today, Nick?
Well, earlier this year in English class, remember we did the Canterbury Tales?
I do remember the Canterbury Tales.
Like the first 5?
Yes.
Like the
He
Y.
died before he finished.
them. Well, but we didn't read even the ones that he wrote.
Right.
Well, we thought we'd take it to the next level. Why stop in Old English, boring reading, listening to it on tape?
Yeah, and while we were sitting there, we realized if this was being rapped, then it would
kind of be cooler.
Wrap my attention. Did that no?
No,
I don't know what that means. But so
so that's probably what we're gonna do today. Something
probably.
To that effect. I don't know.
Either that or something to do with like roosters.
Maybe.
No, yeah.
Probably the Canterbury Tales.
Yeah, okay.
We don't have a rooster.
But please let me make my purpose plain. I preach for nothing but for greed of gain.
And use the same old text as bold as brass.
Riotous, my lord, as crupiditas. And thus I preach against this very vice. I make my living out of avarice.
And yet, however guilty of that sin myself with others, I have power to win.
Then from it I can bring them to repent, but that is not my principal intent.
Covetousness is both the root and stuff of all I preach. That ought to be enough.
Well, then I give examples thick and fast from bygone times, old stories from the past.
A yokel mind loves stories from of old, being the kind it can repeat and hold.
What? Do you think as long as I can preach?
And get their silver for the things I teach? That I will live in poverty from choice? That's not the counsel of my inner voice. No, let me preach and beg from kirk to kirk, and never do an honest job of work. No, nor make baskets like St. Paul to gain a livelihood. I do not preach in vain.
There is no apostle I would counterfeit. I mean to have money, wool and cheese and wheat, though it would be given to me by the poorest lad or poorest village widow, though she had a string of starving children all agape.
Waka waka. No, let me drink the liquor of the grape and keep a jolly wench in every town. But listen, gentlemen, to bring things down to a conclusion, would you like a tale? Now as I've drunk a draught of corn rap ale.
By God, it stands a reason I can strike on some good story that you will like. For though I am a wholly vicious man, don't think I can't tell moral tales. I can. And here's one I often preach when out for winning. Now please be quiet. Here is the beginning.
Y'all have an intricate mailbox.